Hello, how's everybody and their family doing? It's been a while for the Fridays, life issues, Abrabo Mu Nsem discussion. And today, as most times, we're going to do an open talk. So anyone can come on and brings up a topic for us to discuss. In on this platform, every discussion goes with the exception of insult, disrespect, or politics. So, um, mostly, I talk about love, marriages, relationship, things that we experience. Life is complex, um, and challenges. So it's like, it's a process or things that happen. Sometimes it's based on our decision making, um, people that we choose to be with, or just listening to bad advices, right? We set ourselves up for failure. But the one thing that keeps coming up when it comes to relationships and marriages is that most people have the tendency of blaming others of their own wrongdoing, right? To avoid having to take accountability. And when you are with someone, and both gender, some of them do that. When you are with a partner who does things and do not want to take accountability for their own action, what happens is that the cycle will repeat itself. It's never going to change unless you make the decision to put a stop to that. Oh, okay. Let me just put this right here. So sometimes, like in most relationships or marriages, we have some of our African men expecting their women to be receptive to their shortcomings, right? When they make the mistakes, it's because they did not get their way with their partner, their wife or girlfriends. So it has to be their fault. Most men do not know how to have effective communication, and some women do not know how to have effective communication. Everything they keep to themselves, they will open up with their friends and some family members, or even when they come on social media, some of them will be more inclined to talk about what they're experiencing. However, when it comes in terms of discussing that with their partner, it's a no-no. It's a no-go area. Some of them will stay mute because their partner may not be receptive to it. Because at times, some of our men and some of our women will accuse their partner of doing something that they don't even have proof of. They will misunderstand based on the wording that was used. And don't get me wrong, we do have some women, some men, their choice of words are very hurtful. It escalates into verbal abuse, and then gradually, goes into emotional abuse. And sometimes it turns to physical abuse, sexual abuse, financial abuse, and so many other abuse. So at times it's very difficult to have better understanding of our partners if we do not exercise patience, right? Learn to compromise, respecting ourselves and respecting our partners, setting boundaries and making sure that each side does not cross that boundaries, right? And then also learning to identify our baseline. Some of us don't even know our baseline, right? Brother Emmanuel Ejaridankwa. Emwakwa ba apo muti saying. Yakasa ayache. Na mi so ache. I would say yes wadum. Any ni shira. Ayepa. I'm trying to like share this in groups that I know they will approve. So yeah, just give me 1 second. That's a figure of speech, right? So like, we have to have better understanding, but in order for most couples to have effective communication, they both have to learn some coping skills to understand. When you learn to have effective communication, it's in connection of being an active listener. Because if someone is speaking, your partner is speaking, and you talking over your partner, that's not effective communication. You're being rude. The two of you cannot hear each other. Sit quietly, have your partner express themselves, because most of our men do not know how to express their feelings productively because they're not used to that, right? They mostly do it through action. And then women, most of us, we know how to, like, we can talk, but majority of the time, it could be just screaming, right? And not talking about the issue itself, because some women will bring things that happened last year, last 2 years, something that your partner felt that is being dealt with. Trust me, in the past, I did that myself. When Kay and I will have an argument and I feel like I'm losing, I will bring some past argument that has nothing to do with the new argument, right? Just for me to build up myself, which was a waste of time. It was really petty. It didn't solve anything until I learned some coping skills to learn to compromise, to let the past be in the past and focus on the present and the future. Because when you keep bringing back past experiences, what you're doing, you are just making things worse than it needs to be. And gradually, your relationship is not going to manifest. It's just there's going to be too much problems. And when you're in a relationship or in a marriage and you don't have peace of mind, you lose interest in everything, including making love, having sex, spending time together, loving each other, wanting to be around one another. All that is going to be limited. So the foundation that we build, if we are being receptive to your husband being disrespectful to you, your wife cheating on you, all that, if you allow it to happen, it's going to continue until the two of you sit, have conversation, and set a boundaries. And you need to let your partner know your deal breaker. Me, Kay knows my deal breaker, and I know his deal breaker. So if either of us do not uphold to our deal breaker, that's the end of it. Bra Kwame Omari. That is saying thank you so much. Okay, so let me see. And trust me, nobody is perfect. No relationship is perfect. We do have some couples who has worked their way to becoming perfect. How did they do that? With them learning coping skills, to have better understanding. When you learn to understand yourself, your own behavior, your own self, your personality, right? And your partner, and explaining that to your partner, okay, this is how I am. I'm going to do my very best to change some of the things that you dislike about me. However, I need you to have some patience and also help me with it. When we doing something and you do recognize that I'm displaying such behavior, please point it out in a nice, productive way. Don't yell at me, don't curse at me, don't disrespect me, don't embarrass me in front of your friends or my friends or out in public, because if you think you're going to embarrass me and it's just going to be me that's going to be affecting you, bugging. Because when you have a man talk ill of his wife, you embarrassing yourself too, because you telling people, even though you complain about your wife being such a person, you are still with her. So what that makes you us. And the same thing with women. If you complaining about your husband, the things that your husband is incapable of, right? Who you kidding? You are embarrassing yourself too, because you put in your dirty laundry out there for everyone to hear it. But it's okay for couples to have argument. Even if you're in a marriage or relationship and the two of you don't have disagreement every once in a while, I'm not talking about on a daily basis, then you guys are not couples. You can agree with everything, so just keep that in mind. Brother Quay, Apollo to say, it's good to see you. So don't rush. As a man, do not rush to be in a relationship or to getting married. As a woman, don't rush to be in a relationship or to getting married. But we do understand that we have a group of women. When they get into relationship, they're not in the relationship because of love or because of like or because of caring for you. They in the relationship because you can provide for them financially. Those are freeloaders. They just with you because you can take care of them financially. They do not have to work. They do not have to do so much. They can provide you tonga, right? So as long as they can use their tonga to certify you, you get nothing else. They are not even emotionally invested in the relationship. When you have a woman in the relationship and they're not emotionally invested to it, Charlie, they will make sure that by the time they're done with you, you have nothing to give, right? Which means once you no longer have money, they're not staying with you. Before the money runs out, they already have another guy on the line waiting. At times, it's not just you hitting the tonga. Another person, she's going back and forth. So we do have some women who, um, play and messes with their men emotional feelings. We do have some men, they will fall madly in love with the woman who has hidden agenda. They're not with you because they want to be with you. They don't even see you as a married person. They're just with you because you happen to be a convenience for them. So That's as far as it goes. So don't wait or get too excited. But we do have some men who talk about Brother Kwame and marry you. You love how I say Tonga. Yes. All right. So the freeloaders, I want to stretch that. We also have some married women when, because of the person that they married to, the person is financially stable. So when they go shopping, like grocery shopping, when they go clothing shopping for themselves and for their children and living abroad, they go to the stores and the supermarket and grocery stores with their husband's credit card or ATM card to swipe it. It's not coming out of their pockets. It's not coming out of their hard work money. So when you have those wives, dependable wives, who are being taken care of financially by their husband versus independent wives who works hard for their money, when they go to clothing shopping for themselves, clothing shopping for their children, grocery shopping for the family, and they swiping their own ATM card, which is their bank card or their own personal credit card. The two of them, when there's a situation within their marriage, which way do you think who will stand where? The freeloaders, the ones who be swiping their husband's ATM bank card and husband's credit card, will always stand by their husband. So if the husbands are cheating on them, mistreating them, doing things that they're not supposed to be doing, they will support them. They will tolerate with their nonsense. And then when they see an independent woman who is swiping their own bank card and their own credit card, who will call on their husband of their bad behavior, the freeloaders will have the nerve to speak against those women who are standing on their 2 feet. The nerves, right? They have the audacity to put other women down because they cannot measure to the other women. And then when you go and speak up or speak against it, some people will think, say, oh, you hating. No, I'm not hating. No, that independent woman is not hating. When you depend on your man all the time and something happens, then you can go to family members and go to other people to ask for help because you put yourself in that situation. So women, who are married and being taken care of by their husband, 100%. When you hear other women talking about their endurance and the things that they will not tolerate with it, please do them a favor. Just stay in your lane. You can come and share your experiences and share your opinion, but please do not come and put the other woman down. That, what they did is not right. They shouldn't have done that. No. You a freeloader. And then we have some independent women. They split 50-50 with their husband. The reason being, if there is a time that both of them make a decision to walk away, the man does not own the woman nothing, and the woman does not own the man nothing, because you guys split. You took care of everything 50-50. So there's no need for you to go through all the hardship. Most freeloaders, they beg for love, because when their husband tells them, "I no longer want you," they don't know what else to do. They will do anything. They will change their ways, beg for the husband to not divorce them. The men will treat you anyhow that they want. It's your doing. You just encouraging it. And when you encourage bad behavior, that's on you. If you are with a partner, we do know that we have women who are alcoholic. We have men who are alcoholic. We have women who smoke weed. We have men who smoke weed. And a lot of them don't realize, like when someone does cocaine and someone smoke weed, the person that smoke weed is hurting themselves more mentally than the one doing cocaine. They both drugs, they both not good. But smoking weed affects your brain. It can age you 10 years older. But some people, they feel fine. Because once they smoke, we have some men who smoke to go for Tonga, for them to stay on it longer. Alvina, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Brother Harris, how are you doing? Welcome. My dear Sarah, welcome. So as I said, when you come on, share your views, okay? Because I don't know it all. I just share what I know, and share most of my constructive opinion. And then if someone wants to join in, you can call my WhatsApp number, call me via Messenger, or ask me. I will send you the link. You can come on via audio or via video, whichever one you prefer. That's okay. That's quite okay. So a man will treat you. You okay, honey?
Yeah.
Wow, you're almost done with your project. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Okay. So how many sections do you need to have?
Just 2 more.
2 more?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have space, right? Or you're just gonna fill up all the spots?
I think fill up all the spots.
Okay. All right. That's good. Oh, you're using different colors. You have there's a blue marker in the cabinet. You can also go and take that. Excuse me, guys.
No, I already used black.
Okay. All right. That's cool. My son is doing a project, so he's busy. So, a man will never treat you right if he tells you he does not want you anymore. So please keep your dignity and walk away to avoid making a fool out of yourself. Because when a man tells you he's done with you, it don't matter how much you beg him. It don't matter how much money you give him. Of course, he's going to take the money. Nobody can say no to money. He's going to take it. He's going to spend it. And he's going to walk away. He will have 2, 3 how many people, side chicks, if he knows that's your your baseline, done deal, he's gonna walk away. He's not gonna give you. So forget about the years you have been with him and move forward. You wasted so many years. Some people will waste so many years with a person, right? And nothing beneficial comes out of it. Yet, and they have opened their mouth to tell you that they're no longer interested in you. They don't want you anymore. A man will never say, I'm no longer interested in you unless, you keep asking him why. But he will tell you, I don't want you no more. He's going to be frank. I no longer want you. It could be your attitude, how you carry yourself, like how you talk when you meet with his friends and family members, when you go out in the community, the way you carry yourself, or it could be your gossiping, the friends that you have in your circle. It could be anything. There could be a lot of factors, into that. And during the relationship, the things that he observed. So he doesn't want you. He does not want you. Yet, some women will fight through thief and nail to hold on to someone who no longer loves them, cares for them, or like them. Does that make any sense to you? When someone tells you that they don't want you and you beg it for the person to stay with you. Some men will stay with you. They're not going to tell you what they're doing. They're going to start taking overtime, staying work late, even though they might go to their new girlfriend, new partner's home to eat. So by the time they get home, they're already full. They tell you, my friends, co-workers, we grab something to eat, so I'm no longer hungry. You see a behavior change, right? The best possible way is to cut your losses and move on, because there is somebody else out there who will treat you as a queen, not like a queen. They will treat you as a queen if given the chance. Some of the things that people should get rid of is being selective. For me, I like a man who is tall, handsome, have six packs, and looks and has money and have big police about. Because I like it when we make love to touch my womb and all that. Do you have the capacity to build human being? There are so many things that we ask for of our partner. We look for in our partner. Of course, we all have desires, So most of us want our desires fulfilled. And that's one of our weakness, that some of us end up picking a partner who is not for us, and we rush into it. That's what happens. For me, when I was in high school, when I started college, during high school, prior to starting college, my some of my desire about relationship was to find, of course, a tall, handsome man, right? I wasn't looking for someone because I'm petite. So I wanted someone. One thing I find attractive and sexy, my 14-year-old son is here. Nana, you okay with me talking about this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. One thing that I found, sexy was for me to tiptoe to kiss my partner. That was something that like turns me on, right? So I was looking into, finding someone who is tall. Um, and it just so happens my husband, at the end, my husband is tall. So I tiptoe to give my husband kiss. So one of my desire came through. I didn't go looking for him. He came to me. Sai Shankra. Obapa Yemo Akwaba. Yemo Akwaba says, with the X factor. Sister Sage Williams, Yema Wonso Akwaba. It's good to see you. She said, greetings, gorgeous Sister Adwa Odo and the beautiful people aboard. Greetings to you as well. And Sister Aisha, when you say Sister Love, you make my head, melt. It feels good. I love my name. So, like some of us will kind of like fancy that we have fantasy. So they want a tall muscle, six packs, and everything, and they don't get it. It's not everything that we desire that we're going to get, because sometimes your partner might be 4 feet tall or 5 feet tall. However, some of us, like when we see certain things like that, because we so much worry about what society, our family, and people will think, we go the other way. Most women wants to be with the bad guys, And in my language, why is this woman calling me? I'm off. I'm not working. I don't know why she's calling me. It's 6 o'clock. I work 9 to 5. Sorry, guys. Why mama lose me thought of train, but I do know I was talking in terms of choosing partners. We cannot have the whole package in one, because you may find a tall, handsome man with drum stomach, with big stomach, or you may find a tall man. He's not so handsome, but he looks good, right? You might find someone who is not as tall as you would like, that you fancy, but that person may be the person, the right person for you. So when it's time to, when you are with someone and things are not working out, they tell you that they don't want you no more. I mean, like, I would just take off my shoes and run. If my man tells me I no longer want you, I am not going to stick around. I'm not wasting my energy. I'm not wasting my love to sit and beg. No, they will treat you anyhow. Because if they say jump, you're going to jump, because you try to satisfy his needs or his desire, not even the needs. So when it's time to go, you have to cut your losses and bounce. You leave. Do not be selective. I'm telling you, in our native language, we say "Ema penkwasiafo." Women love. I don't stupid people. Oh Lord. Is it true? Well, you never know. So, like, stop thinking about the size of a man's police bar. If it's like, the size does not matter in most cases because it's the performance that are the most important. So, oh, greetings to you as well. Oba Banana Araba. Bukari, Yamuapaba. So, the size, if it's okra size, whatever size, cucumber, whatsoever, just take it as it is and work it. Don't look for the physique. You know how the person looks. You know, Yentimi mbonipa. But we have to have certain people look certain way. When it comes to women, for women, we are lucky because we have enhancement with makeups. Some women love doing makeup. Some of us, we like our natural look, you know. So like however your partner likes, sometimes you fulfill their fantasy, right? There are so many things that some couples, get themselves into. Like when I bought this book when it came out, where is it? 50 Shades of hold on. Let me see. I couldn't finish reading it. Where's my note? I could not finish reading that book. And the movie, when it came out, I did not go see it because I felt that some of the explicit sexual description and the performance was too severe. 50 Shades of Grey. I couldn't finish reading it because some of the description and how I saw it, it looks more abusive, and dangerous to me. I mean, those kind of stuff did not make me feel like, any form of love. It was crazy. I mean, it's a good book. But when it came to that sexual part, it turned me off. But for some people, some couples, that will give them, it will motivate them to, do a lot of that to each other, whipping, beating, tying, like shit. That would traumatize me. It's not my area. I enjoy that, but not to that extent, not to that extreme. So it wasn't something that I embrace it. So, but we different, right? Some people may enjoy it, others may not. It's important for us to live our life to the fullest. What makes us happy, right? Don't go looking for like others, like being a copycat, comparing your relationship with other people's relationship, because what may satisfy me may not satisfy you or your partner. Because nowadays, you have people talk about making love, having sex, having quickies, different positions, because you have to spice up your relationship and everything. And then some people may like doggy, others, like wheelbarrow, or so many snake and so many cowgirls and all that. You hear about it. Don't just go and implement that in your relationship or marriages. Go and find out, do research. How do you go about this? How am I going to convince my partner to try something new? Because we do have some partners, they are not used to, like, having to implement new skills into their relationship when it comes to bedroom performance. So you cannot force that upon your partner, being the wife or the husband. You cannot do that, because you need to be able to have a productive or constructive dialogue for the both of you to have more understanding. And also keep in mind, the first time may not be as pleasurable as you want it to be. So practice makes improvement. But you do have some partners that once the first time does not go well, they don't want to do it again. But you, as a husband, or you, as a wife, have to respect that. Or as a girlfriend or boyfriend, you have to respect that, right? And give your partner some space to kind of process things and figure out if this is something that they want to continue doing or no longer are interested. You cannot force things upon people, because, I mean, when two people come together, the things that you do with one another, each and every one of you needs to enjoy, right? It just cannot be done anyhow. And then oh my god, someone is asking me a question. Okay, I don't know, why can't you, okay, I don't know, some people just want to ask questions on the side. Okay, the question is, um Sister Ajwa Odo Mensa. Okay, I asked my husband what his baseline was, and he could not give me a response to that question. How do I go about, to have him be able to identify his baseline? Okay. So, in terms of baseline, a lot of men and women do not know their baseline as being their own person, right? Because you have mommy's boy, mommy's baby. You have some people who have been spoiled, both gendered, right? Some. I'm not just talking about one gender. And they were not taught any form of training of being a personhood, right? What identify you, and what are some of the things that you would like your partners to know about you? What can you handle and what you cannot handle? So, what happens is that most of us, we break and mistreat our partners because of lacking of some of these adequate skills, right? Because if you don't know how to be your own person, you're always going to be relying on your partner or other people. That's why when it comes to our Ghanaian community, majority of our men and most of our women, especially the dependent ones, they always speaking against the independent, wives and independent women, strong women. So, like, they have a dislike with strong women. But some of our men, they do love strong women, right? But they don't know how to express that out in the community. So everything overshadows it. Our most mothers teaches their daughters how to cook, how to do house chores, washing clothing, watching the kids, and then the man being a provider, right? But then when you come in abroad, it's the opposite of what most of us have been taught at home. Because in abroad, there are some instances, unless your husband has a good job and getting 6 figures, they alone cannot cover all the bills. But we do have some women, their husband do not have a good job. They have to have 2 and 3 jobs. some of them don't even get to have at least 4 hours sleep in 24 hours because they working 16 hours, 20 hours within a day just to make it be able to cover the 100% of their bills, the light bills. In abroad, you cannot pay a year worth of rent. You cannot, but you can do that back home. It's a monthly basis. We do have some couples when they're traveling and they're going to be out like 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, they will be able to pay that ahead, right? Or now technology does most of the things. What happened, hon?
Small warning. There's going to be a little bit of sound because we're going to take this off.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. But thank you for being considerate. Okay. So, like, a lot of times such thing happens. So I'm not surprised that your partner does not know his baseline. So in order for you to engage this kind of conversation with your partner, you need to be able. Oh, hold on. Sister Aisha, you can't hear me? Because my volume here is all the way. Can you bring your phone or your electronic volume up? Uh, I don't know why. What's happening? Can y'all hear me, guys? Hmm. No, I just said, oh, okay, I see. I was like, okay, okay. Oh, okay, I get you now, sister. Increase the volume of what I'm saying. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Got it. Yeah, uh, I appreciate that. Okay, okay. I get you now, sis. No, just saying bravo. Okay, I appreciate that. So it's like, some of our baseline, that includes um our eagerness, willingness to do certain things. Sometimes, you have to have a limit of what you are good at, showing qualities that you have, and your partner also being able to identify their qualities, when you are with a new partner or with your partner, um, to make things work, right? Um, your deal breaker and what you're going to be tolerating with, including the consistency of your language, because you have some people, they cannot be honest. They tell you they are responsible person, and then you find out they're not responsible. They tell you they are honest, and they lie to you all the time. They cannot speak the truth, right? They tell you that they are supportive, and they are not supportive, because we do have some women, when you are dating, they will show you all the good qualities, right? Because it's like when you go fishing, you don't just go and throw the hook in the water. Some people use worm, other people use other insect, and to throw it in there, you need something to to trap, to entrap another person. So some women will show all the good qualities, as a married woman will do. Take care of their man, when the man needs some financial support, they will be their savior. But then once they get married, be like, who you kidding? You, the man, you're supposed to be providing. So my money is not going to be for you. My money is for me and my family. So you're not a man. They tell you the things, that prior to marrying them, submissive. And again, what is being submissive? I mean, I just feel like, in every way, both men and women needs to be able to respect their partners, right? It's give and take, because respect is two-way street, right? You cannot be giving respect. It needs to be earned. And then also being submissive. I mean, most of our men, because of their pride and ego, they'll be like, well, in the Bible, oh, it kills me when you have a man who always like quoting, Bible quotation, and they only quote the part that benefits them. And I'll be like, oh my goodness, you're not one of them. Stop quoting the Bible. Being submissive, um women being submissive and men loving their partners, right? Their wives, some of them understand it differently. But like, even when a husband exercise the patience to have a constructive dialogue with their wives, they're being submissive. But then if you say the word, some people will be like, oh, hell to the no. That's not true. It is. We just need to like compromise with one another. Whatever behavior your partner is showing, you need to mirror that. So if you are a woman, you are a wife, and your husband is showing you love and you liking the feelings, in due time, you're going to start developing that same type of feelings and energy for your husband. If, as a husband, your wife is very submissive, they take their time and tolerate with your nonsense, not to the point that's going to hurt their emotional and psychological well being. So they give you enough time for you to kind of work your stuff out and provide them your good qualities as your baseline, your willingness, your eagerness, being able to support one another, encourage each other, being faithful, right? Being respectful to yourself and to your partner and your family. Because if you have children among the two of you, the things that you do outside and within your marital home or your family home is going to reflect on you, your partner, and your children. And our kids, they observe everything. The walls can talk. So don't think that your children do not hear you when you guys are having the disagreement and the arguments, the giving the side eye, pushing yourself aside when your partner is walking by because you're not talking, right? Going to bed, the clothing you're wearing, how you carry yourself, them kids sees everything. They see it and they do talk about it. So a lot of times, some of us, both gender, because some men, some women, they have no idea what a healthy relationship is, what a healthy marriage is, because they misunderstand the concept of relationship and the concept of marriage. In marriage, it takes two to tango. You cannot, as a husband, expect your wife to fix you. Who am I to fix you? I ain't your mother. You want someone to fix you? Go on back to your mama's home and have your mama teach you coping skills, better coping skills for you to come back and utilize it. It's not me as the wife's job to teach you, because most husbands don't listen to their wives. They think that they are more intelligent than their wives. Some men don't want to listen to their wife. When they have to make plans, they do it on their own. And then when excuse my French, when shit hits the fan, they want to come back and complain to you. Don't come and cry to me. If you're making decisions like you're a single person and then things does not go well, now you recognize that you have a wife. And some wife does that with their husband. They talk with their friends, their mothers especially, and they get bad advices and they go do their own thing, and then things does not go well. Now they recognize that they have a man in the house. Oh my gosh. I just don't know. I just feel like sometimes humanity creates so much unnecessary problems within our relationships and marriages. It's just ridiculous. Like sometimes you feel like, okay, what am I doing? Why do I even bother? The best way is for me or for you to just mind yourself and advise yourself. A lot of marriages dissolve not because the couples don't love each other or they don't care for each other. It's because they do not understand. They don't listen to one another. Everybody is doing their own thing. So you better off separating, divorcing, because you don't listen to your wife, you don't listen to your husband. So what's the point of living together or being together? It's not fun to live with someone whom you cannot even have a simple conversation with. And we do have some wives and some husbands who have okra mouth. When you sit and talk together to come up with ideas, before the two of you even come to understanding or come up with a plan, he or she goes and tell other people. They give everything away. And then they expect you to say thank you. The wife or the husband can say thank you, but they will say thank you, loser. Marriage is about teamwork, having effective communication, supporting one another emotionally, physically, psychologically, financially, sexually, and everything else. Being faithful, honest with one another, have an honest conversation. Live with principles, learn self control, do self assessment. It's not my job to change my husband, it's his job to evolve. Because when you are married to someone who will tell you, I was never thought like that, I like the way I am, you in trouble. Because no matter how hard you try, you will not be able to climb out, because that person, that husband of yours or that wife of yours is going to keep you stuck or hitting a brick wall. You cannot break through, because each time you're trying to climb up, they're going to pull you down. Because aside from being in the bottom, They don't know nothing else. They don't want to climb up. They are just happy the way that they are. So you have to deal with that. Not every woman can deal with you know, closed mindset men or fixed mindset men. And the same goes with men. They cannot deal with closed mindset women and fixed mindset women. It's too difficult. It's too much a job to do so. It's like you basically going to be raising your partner. I don't know, like when I hear some women say, just think of your husband as your first son. My husband can never be my first son because the things that I would I would teach my son, no, my husband would not listen to it. It's not my job. He had a mom and a dad. He had parents and they taught him. So is it my job to come and retrain you? It's your job to retrain your mind, which means you need to acquire knowledge, learn coping skills, some tools, techniques to build yourself up. If you need help from me, why the heck not? If I have those tools, I don't mind giving it. But it's not a wife's job or a husband's job to raise you because you are equal partners. So, how is one going to raise the other? It's impossible. So, knowing that your husband does not even know his baseline, I truly believe as a wife, you can help him with it by sharing your baseline with him. Maybe he doesn't even have an idea as to how to go about it, but it's always good to share some good insight of skills that you have, um, to kind of like, draw the line and teach your partner, the baseline. Some of the things I already mentioned, some of in relationship, when you have a relationship of and marriages, everybody have their pillar. Some people, their pillar will be trust, honesty, being respectful, having open communication and compromising and so forth. Others will be being faithful, right? Being honest and so forth. Everyone have their five pillars, and it has to be something that you stick with it. You have to be consistent with those languages. You don't just change it every week. It's a different thing. No, make sure your husband or your wife understands your five pillars. Some people, instead of having five pillars, they have 10. It's a lot for your partner to be able to catch up with you, but you can limit it to a number that your husband or your wife can handle that. You have to be able to balance the power, between the two of you. Teamwork is something that is very important, starting from relationship into marriages. Learning to be transparent, because we do have some husbands, when it comes to money, they hide those from their wives. And then we have some wives who hide their financial um, stability from their husband, because we have some wives who have three accounts, right? They have two check-ins and one savings, but the husband does not know the second checking account, right? The same thing vice versa with some of the husbands. So like it seems like everyone, some people have certain things, sharing power is very important. Partners respecting each other independency, because if you are man and you married to an independent woman, they want their independency. You cannot suffocate them, because the more you're trying to suffocate them and isolate them, there's always going to be some arguments, unnecessary petty fight, which is going to like dissolve your relationship, in terms of share decisions, talk with one another. When you are in a relationship or in a marriage, small minds gossip. They talk about other people, but great minds, they talk about ideas. So figure out what the two of you can do together that will be beneficial to you guys. But when you are married to certain people, oh my goodness gracious, it is like unbelievable. So build your own, right? Relationship, there are levels of relationship. I have spoken about some of them in the past, whereas you have the stages, you have one, two, three stages. They have the acquaintance, the intimacy stage, when um the two of you, start getting closer, lots of intimacy and business like relationship. They all out there, right? Figure out which one you are in. So that's what I'll say, sis, regarding baseline. So what is your baseline? So talk about that with your partners, or even ask yourself um, what your baseline is when you pick or tolerate with a man or a woman who cannot provide um, for you or take care of you. Whose fault is it? Is it the man's fault or the woman? You made the decision to be with that person and they cannot provide for you. They cannot take care of you. And you don't have the means to take care of yourself or him. Whose fault is that? Because sometimes you hear people stories, tells you stories, or like go to other people for support. As a woman, the level of financial support that your husband can go, right? Or their capacity. And having more than one child, they will not be able to take care of you and two children. But you go ahead and have three children, right? Now the two children becomes a burden. And then when things get worse than that, it becomes a family member who has established problem, or a family member who has traveled abroad to take care of you, your husband, or your boyfriend, your baby's daddy, and you. Is that your family members' responsibility? No, they don't have to help you if they choose not to. But within our community and society, because we practice extended family, it becomes your problem, my problem. Why is that? Because most people who are well off, they will have two, the most three kids. But the ones who are struggling financially will have four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, a dozen children. And they looking for other family members to take care of them. It doesn't make sense to me. And I don't know how that is my responsibility or your responsibility. I have a sister whom I was talking to last 3 weeks, and she told me that it's not even a family member, it's a neighbor who knows her family and knows her through socialization, right? Through other people. So she had a child, she has a girl, and the husband is looking for an heir, he wants a boy. So when she had a girl, the husband was like, if you cannot provide me an heir, a boy, then I'm going to, like, get someone else pregnant. So her way of solving the problem was to go to her neighbor, whom is not related to her at all. She went and to abandon her child. She put her child in front of her neighbor's, front door in the middle of the night, one winter night. And it just so happened that the couples, they had an event to go to. So when they opened their door, they saw a child, laying in front of their front door, very bundled up and everything. But if that child had stayed there overnight, who knows, because it was very cold. So they pick up the child, and they happen to have a civilian camera. So they went and looked and saw the person that dropped the child. So they called this person to come through, and she came, and she explained to them that her husband wants a son and she had a daughter. So, and her husband was abusive to her, so she's afraid of her child's safety. And she asked the neighbor, the lady, and her husband to take her child for the time being, to take care of her child for her. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, what does she thinks that you guys are? Foster parents? And I couldn't understand it. I was like, okay, she could have brought the child to the hospital or to fire services, or like give her child for adoption. But you can't just go and impose your child on somebody else's family because you see and recognize the person being a good mother. They have not come to you to tell you that they adopting or looking for another child, because they have their own children to take care of. And when they refused this woman, what transpired after that, the woman had this hatred towards this couple, right? Whereas she started telling other people in the neighborhood about them not being good people, just because they chose not to take your child in, because they're not charity. They You have places you can bring your child. So she started, gossiping and defaming this couple, all because she's incapable. Her choice of partner did not benefit her. She will not take accountability for her own action and choices. And she's trying to blame another couple, lovely couples, who have children of their own, raising their children. And I asked her, okay, when she made the decision to have sex with her husband, did she call you guys to tell you guys this is what I'm doing? When she was enjoying herself, so she made a decision to have children. And if she was not able to have a son, how is that the innocent couple's fault for you to defame her, to defame them and speak ill of them? And then you have this you have, how you call it? You have the lady said that when they finally confronted her, she was holding on to these grudges against them because they did not take care of her child. And sure enough, when their family, rejected her daughter, she went back out and abandoned her daughter again. She put her daughter in the pack, in the pack. There was nobody there, but somebody found the child and brought the child to the police station. So they gave the child for an adoption. But now she doesn't know if her daughter is alive or not. And I said to myself, this is ridiculous. Sister ya for that to renew our altar back up, and welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? Greetings to you as well. Sister ya is greeting everyone. We are so like that. Sis, it's serious though. You have sex, you got pregnant, you have a child, your husband is looking for a son, you born a daughter, mm, and you want somebody else's to take care of your child because you cannot do that on your own. If you feel that your child is in danger, why don't you like remove yourself from that relationship and take care of your child? It's your responsibility when you become a mother, and if you cannot handle being a mother now, you bring your child to the community, to the fire service department, go to the hospital and give your child away. Why go and put your child at the park or in front of somebody else's, front door in the cold? And then you're going to blame those couples for not taking care of your child? Is it their responsibility? Heck to the no. Sometimes I don't understand. I feel like some people are really sick in their head. If they cannot handle certain things, everybody go get on it. A guideline to taking accountability and responsibility, because so many people within our community, society, they cannot admit to their faults and mistakes. If you're not ready to take care of a child, then don't go and have sex, because it takes one time for you to get pregnant. The partner that you choose, if they cannot financially support you and you cannot financially support yourself, then don't bring another person to this world. It's not your family member's responsibility to take care of you, your man, and your child or your children. It's your responsibility, you and your partner. Like Kay and I sometimes, we'll sit and just have general talk. And we will talk about things, and at times we go to the point and we will talk about our, go into like, if both him and I and have not established ourselves, he can never expect for me to go to my brother and ask my brother to support us financially. Because when he and I was, performing on our marital bed, my brother was not there. He did not enjoy me. He's the one that did. So it's his responsibility with our children, our responsibility to raise our kids. It's nobody else's. Because if we do not have that capacity or we're not financially stable, then we shouldn't be having children at all. And then at times you tell people the truth and they say, what does she think she is? I'm speaking the truth. Don't go and have children, more than one child, two children, three children, if you cannot take care of them. Don't have them. You can give them for adoption. There are foster parents, because there are some people who trying to conceive, they are unable to do so because of medical issues or situation that they're going through. Don't expect someone to like, I don't know. I asked the sister, I was like, what was she expecting for you to take care of the child, do all the hard work, and then when the child becomes certain age, she come back and say, oh, now I want to take my child back. By that time, you have built a bond with the person. What's up? Why? Why are you not bringing it to your brother?
Because he's playing on
You
me.
shake? Did you shake it? Hold on. I think you can't open. Hold on. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My phone is playing on this.
That's okay. Next time, don't shake it. Okay? All right. Sorry, guys. So it's like, you want to like start family, make sure you are financially stable or you prepared, because it don't matter how much money you have saved. When you have children are expensive, very expensive. So just make sure that you know what you're doing. And don't expect someone to come and take care of you and your children. It's just it's a no-no for me. I have a family member like who was talking to my mom. I went to my parents' house and my mom was talking to them. And this family member, when I was 10 and a half, she is one of those people that my siblings and I went to live with them. So I know the type of person that she is. I will never even ask my worst enemy to bring their child to that person or those people to raise their children for them. Mm-mm. If they want their child alive, don't do it. So when I got to my mom's place, she was talking to my mom, and my mom was like, "Oh, Adra just walk in. You want to say hello to Adra?" And I asked my mom, who is it? She tells me who that person is, and I was like, Mom, I really did not want to talk to the person. My mom was like, I need you to talk to her. And then as I was talking to her, she started talking in terms of, oh, I miss you so much, like I don't get to talk to you. And I hear that you have kids now. You can bring your kids back home for me to take care of them. And I was like, it's not happening. I had my kids. It's my responsibility to take care of my children. I will never have any of my family members raising my children because I can spoil my kids and I can discipline my kids. That's not happening because I know how you guys treat me as a 10 and a half year old to 16 and a half. It was not pretty. We were maltreated. I went hungry some nights. And you think I'm going to send my kids to you for you to take care of them and then send you my hard work money? You bugging. Sister Nana Araba says, if I see you having too many kids, I would advise you because you are indirectly involving me when your kid sees me on the street going, Auntie, can I have one city? And no time for you to tell me to mind my business. There are stuff I will drink water and mind my business, but not this one. It is liability, sis. I kid you not, though. They become beggars, big beggars. Every time they asking something, and I kid you not, at times it's not the kids coming to ask you that the mother has instructed them. When you see your auntie, this one, she has money, go and ask money. Some mothers train their children to do that. For real, sister, yeah. So sometimes, it's just too much. I mean, train yourself, be independent. I mean, when Kay and I decided to have kids, I was prepared to be a mother, to raise my kids, to take care of my kids financially, emotionally, take care of them and other means. But some people, they just start popping the children, and so forth. So the sense of entitlement, lack of accountability, in some no crisis, too many. Yes, your chromo Ghana for be brave, feeling entitled. They force things upon you. They don't give you the opportunity to just give things out of the goodness of your heart. They have to enforce things upon you. I mean, like, I know how many kids I want. Altogether, we have three. Kay and I have three. That's our limit. Should in case a fourth one comes through, maybe that's the miracle one, right? We'll be okay. We will not have to go back. But some of them, they don't even want to do no family planning, nothing whatsoever. Some of them don't even know some women don't even know their cycle, you know? So they just having sex left and right whenever. And having abortion does not help because sometimes you can damage your womb. Some doctors, they will cut your fallopian tube. Like, trust me, when you get like back home growing up, we were told if you have children at young age, it was bad and stuff. But that's why most Ghanaian women, they get older before they have children, like sometimes I say to myself, if it wasn't for school, I would probably have had children earlier. So let me do promo. Why? Yeah, see how beautiful I look today? I love this. And it has pockets. It has pockets. I love dresses with pockets. Bam, bam, bam. From Sister Sage Williams. I'm rocking it. I'm rocking it. Sorry, Canadian. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I'm not trying to tease you guys, so yeah, forgive me, please. Oh Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, so if you like to have this beautiful outfit dress, right? One size fits all. You can go to sageshare.com. Okay, sageshare.com. And Sister Sage, she has a lot of authentic merchandises over there. T-shirts, I love the t-shirts because you can dress casually, not overdress and not underdress, and you can wear it on jeans, casual pants, khaki pants, skirt, whatsoever. Mhm. To go out in the community, you look very unique. Some of you have seen me wear some of those t-shirts. Some of them I have worn it more than one time or twice. I have washed them. The neck looks the same. It does not expand because sometimes you go buy a shirt at the store, you wash it, the round neck turns into something I can't describe, or a V-neck. Her t-shirts are very authentic, very quality. You will love it. The dresses, one size fits all, is about 85% of that. There is 15% that is like it is cut for particular sizes. So you just have to know which one will fit you well and the most for you to look good. She also sell creams, like it has shea butter in it. And most of the time, some people have dry skin in the summertime, in the winter time, or all the season, fall or spring. Her creams are like, I love them. Like the kids use it, I use it, Kay uses it. So it's like, it's something that I love. She also sells jewelry. This one is definitely from her. It has my initial on it, A for Ajua. So I love it. She also sells beads. You can put it at your wrist. Some people prefer putting it on their ankle. However you want to rock it, go right ahead. She sells a lot of other accessories. She has scarves, big scarf, small ones. She has ready-made hats. Some of you are good with, making wrapping your hair like different styles. For me, I have one way. I don't know much about that, but I just go about wrap it around and I- I'm there. But some people can really rock that. She also have kente bags, some kente dresses, clothing, the traditional clothing dresses, and um, different type of outfits, right? So if you need any of this, just go to sageshare.com. And then for the t-shirt, most of them, you can choose the sizes that you want. You have one or two of them that may not have the sizes, but she does have a comment box that you be able to let her know, what sizes you want in that shirt, and what color you want. If you do not see the color you want in any of the shirts that she already have posted up, please do not leave. Just order them, let her know in the comment box the colors you want. Once you send the order, she's going to communicate with you through via email or phone number. Email address is a must. Phone number is optional. So her customer service is just fantastical. Like it's mwah. I just love it. Everything that I have bought from her since we have become acquaintance, I love it. My baby sister loves it. Like her husband loves it. Kay, the t-shirts that loves it. Mommy, the t-shirt that mommy has, she loves them, especially when they're doing some activities, recreational activities at school. She wants to wear, a nice khaki shorts or pants, depending what the weather is, or jeans with her African nice design authentic t-shirt. And then when she comes, she be like, oh mommy, like they everybody said my shirt looks really good. They asked me where I got it, and I'll be like, here, and I tell them to reach out to your mom. So she loves it. When we going out in the community for recreational stuff, she likes wearing those t-shirts. Nana Kwesi love wearing them. So it's like, for me, I get the best out of it. I can wear Nana Kwesi shirt. I can wear K shirt. So sometimes you see me have a big shirt on. That means I'm wearing either or. I will wear mine, and I will also like borrow theirs, to wear to rock in it. Sometimes, depending the weather, I like wearing like bigger clothes so it will cover myself. I just love wearing big t-shirts that will cover my bottom, my buttocks, and it falls down on my thighs. I just love wearing something like that. Of lately, I've been wearing like big shirts, to go out in the community when I had to like drop off the kids in school. So every a lot of things for me are changing. So we do what works for us. So reach out to go to sageshare.com and buy some of these authentic merchandises. Also she has like what else, other accessories that some of you will really enjoy. So Sister Sage, thank you. I just love them. Mhm. Yeah, so you go to sageshare.com. And also, is when you look on the display, it's right there. You should be able to get the website to go and purchase your own. And then we have Sisaya for the Atobra, our Autoba. Sisaya for the Atobra is she has the Own It Academy coaching. She coaches those, who are interested in writing a book, telling their stories. She will walk you through. She's my coach, right? She's very consistent, and oh my gosh, she has a lot of wisdom She takes her time to explain things, breaking things down, and her style of writing, she implement that. Oh, I just love it. Every Tuesday, I'm looking forward to our session, and sometimes, she even go over her hour. She will add on, which is like incredible. And then at times, like we will finish the session, and then she will give a grace period, like maybe 5 to 15 minutes, and we just talk about other things that we working on, or like uh, going programs that we're going to be doing, and it is just incredible. I love her teaching styles. Sister, yeah, thank you. So if any of you is looking for a coach, please reach out to Sister Ya for the Atubra. You're not like, she's incredible. You're not going to regret it. Of course, you have to pay for it. And I just feel that, how much she charges is decent with the sessions that she does give. When it comes to a lot of people in our community and they have to pay for something, a lot of them love freebies. So if they have to pay for something, then they procrastinate from going forward. But then, you just stopping your blessing, your own blessings, right? We need to learn to step outside our comfort zone. um, and her teachings are very encouraging. I love it. On Saturdays, at 11 a.m. MST time, 1 p.m. EST time, Sister Yafo Atubra does come and do live videos. Being that she's an author and some of you have read her books, whatever topic she's discussing, if you do have some contribution or have some questions regarding any of her books, she would take time to provide the response, some of the answers that you asking. If she does not have respond at the time, she will let you know, okay, I'll come and do a program about it on this day, so you need to join in so we can talk more about it, extend the discussion. Definitely. Her first book was Reflection of My Thirsty Soul, which is inspirational book. The second book, my personal favorite, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. And but I love her books. The third book is a devotional book. It's refreshing for my weary soul. Refreshing. Hey, sister, yeah, I took time, yeah, now hold on. Oh yeah. So I got it right. Refreshing for my weary soul. That's the third book. I thought I have made a mistake. That's right. And this is the first book. You see? The second one, Beauty of the Beauty of a Woman's Heart. And then the fourth book, which is a #1 bestseller in Amazon, is Own It, a guideline to taking accountability and responsibility. Most people within our community, both genders I'm talking about, lack of taking accountability and responsibility. They always blaming their shortcomings on other people. They never want to take um, responsibility of their own action. It's always somebody did this, that's why I'm this. I like the way that I am. I was never taught like that for no. Like I don't know. I cannot live with people like that. It would drive me crazy to do that. And then her fifth book, which will be coming out before the end of this year, sister, yeah, I'm putting pressure or no? Is My Unapologetic Self. Hey, the title itself will crash to tell you what is going to be inside. Hey, you're going to do your own thing. Nobody can tell you what to do. You make your decision. You enjoy yourself. You do whatsoever at your on your own terms, right? You have the power to do anything that you want to do in life. So I cannot wait for that to come out. If you need to purchase any of this book, go to Amazon, ebook, Kindle, Barnes and Nobles, and you will get your copy. I just love it. Like, I normally drive, right? But when I'm home, most of the time before I settle down, I like to read. So I like the hard book, for me to read. And at times, if I have some appointments or going to certain places that I do not want to drive, sitting in a train or in the bus, I do not want to be looking around for me to go look someone in the eye and the person is going through their own struggles and come and attack me. If I'm reading my book, I ain't looking at nobody. I'm just reading and minding myself and making sure that my ears are pricked. So if something is going on, there's an argument going somewhere and it's too close to me, I'm going to move my behind out of there and mind my business and keep on reading my book. That's just me, right? So everybody have their personality, the things that, they do, hobbies that they go about and do that makes them calm and stuff. Reading is one of my hobbies. I just love it. It calms me down, and I'm also able to acquire knowledge. So let's support Sister Ya for that, bra. And also follow her on her page. Sister Ya is on TikTok. Oh, Sister Sage is on TikTok as well. You go to TikTok, she has videos uploaded. Sister Ya talk mostly about her books, and also put some nuggets out there. And Sister Sage also, she posts some of videos regarding her authentic merchandises. Even she has a head cover, to go to bed, and it has so much room. It's so comfortable and awesome. So let's support each other. All right. We also have Sister Awomrekwa with lunchtime talk. She normally comes on Fridays. Of lately, she hasn't been consistent on the Fridays, but she does come live, and she also do counseling. So she talks about life issues and marriages, relationships, so many trending issues. She goes all around, so we can support each other. We have Sister Sika Edike. She does programs. She goes all around. She has started doing webinars. That one you have to pay for it too. She does that one every month. So you can register to go and acquire more wisdom to support her. And we have Sister Angelina Ba, Angie's Talk, our 21st Century Nurse one. You can follow her page on Facebook, YouTube, subscribe her YouTube account, and she also sells Juice Plus. She talks about wellness and health issues, and sometimes she goes all around. We have Sister Aisha Ankra with the X Factor. Sister Aisha does not do program, but on her page, she posts some positive encouragement, some inspirational posts, and she share her experience with her son who has autism, and him doing recreational stuff. She loves traveling, and I love that the fact that her experiences she share on Facebook for her friends to also be part of her journey and everything that she's doing. She also do volunteer work and also help other mothers who have kids who have disability, because when it comes to our Ghanaian community, when they have children with or, autistic, who are autistic, or like, have other disability, we don't want other people to know. We're trying to like, because they feel embarrassed or shy, they don't want other people to know. No, like, it's not easy to have to take care of a child who have some type of disability, because they have difficulties, learning certain things, and it requires a lot of time, energy, work, and being able to bond with your child, teaching them some afflict, because sometimes they might be upset, but they may not be able to identify that because they don't know how that is. So it's a whole lot of things. But Sister Aisha, every educative program that I go on, she comes on it. And she support financially, like all around. She share her wisdom, um, and sell Juice Plus natural supplements to balance your diet. You can purchase some from her, wherever you are, anywhere you are in the world, you can purchase some from her. Her website for Juice Plus is displaying on the screen. Just copy it down or reach out to Sister Ayushankra on through Messenger. DM her. She will give you more information. Also, she sells, silverware, plate set, like if you love to cook and you have some silvers that you have for 22 decades, it's time for you to change it. You need new plate set. She can support, you can purchase some from her if she's unable to um, sell you those, because of shipment and everything. I'm sure she can give you some information directed where you can go and purchase them. But it's always good to like support one another. She also sell Avon products, but for the Avon product, you have to live in UK for you to purchase some of that. So if you love Avon products, accessory, and you live in UK, please reach out to Sister Aisha and support her with that. Thank you so very much. You have I come live on Fridays, and Fridays I speak mostly English, in life issues, and I talk about relationship, marriages, life issue itself. Some of the things that some of us, have experienced. Some of them, I use some of my experience, what I have gone to, how I overcome with certain some of my issues. Because Kay and I, we didn't start out so lovely, because I was like, picking petty fights, arguments, because I did not understand marriage at the time, in the beginning of our marriage. So some of my experience, things that had helped us be able to evolve and grow. I just love it. Our, journey, where we were and what we had to like deal with and where we are. I just love it. It's just incredible. And we all like dealt with our own personal issues at our own pace without no pressure. Because you can't force things upon others, which is a no. All right. So Fridays, I come and talk about life issues. Um, so when I put open talk, we can talk about different things, whatever someone brings forth. If someone has questions about something that has nothing, that is not like, discussed here, we can talk about it. The only thing that I will not talk about or tolerate is being disrespectful to someone's comment, or like if you don't understand the person or you don't understand what I'm saying, you can share your opinion in a respectful manner, because over here we come to learn. Um, we don't come and disrespect anyone and insult anyone. If you that's what you're looking for, then this is not the platform for you. And then we have boss lady, we miss you very much. Boss lady is getting closer, but like, she's chillaxing. And sometimes when you stay home for so long, it's hard to, like, going back to having to go back to work. So hopefully things will like fall in place very soon for boss lady to resume um her program in fire drive time. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that. And then we have some of our brother Big Love. He has 24/7 radio called Big Love Spin Radio. Let's go and support him. Follow his page on Facebook, and then he's also on YouTube. Sometimes he does review, other times, he has other programs that's going on over there. Music, oh, music is a good sensory for the mind, body, and soul. I don't play music no more because I saw one of my video that I did 5 years ago, and I have fun that day. And then as time goes on, every year they will mute part of it. So when I saw it pop up, like for like almost 21 minutes, they muted. Like, you see me dancing, talking, you don't hear nothing. So it's just disappointing because of copyright. I did put, I do not um disclaimer of copyright, but they still mute it. So it's like, it's not enjoyable to listen to a program that you have done, because of music. You cannot even hear what I'm saying. I mean, I used to, on Saturdays, I used to do just fun stuff. I can't play music, dance, and stuff like that. But because of copyright, I just stopped doing it altogether, because it's not fun to finish it and then you try to play back and you don't hear nothing. But I understand. And then you have Brother Big Love, page, Brother OBGH page. He does trending issues, talk about life issue itself, politics, and so forth. So we can support him. And then we have Sister Civic, boutique merchandise. Or she also, you go to her page, right now it's Civic page. You can go and follow and like and support her also. Um, so Fridays I come live and talk, do open talk. Saturdays, Fridays 5:30 p.m. US Eastern time, which will be 9 p.m. Yeah, 9 p.m. Ghana time. And then Saturdays 3:30 US Eastern time, and then that will be 7:30 Ghana time. I come live with Sofo Samuel Okoso with his wisdom. He comes out tomorrow, Sister Ya. So tomorrow we're going to come and talk about one of the programs that one of the topics that came up. Sister Ya for that to Brad suggestion, which is curses, Diablo and stuff, but we're going to break it up. So we will come and do curses tomorrow by the grace. I spoke to Sofo, so I let him know we can start with curses, because a lot of people, even on social media, they come and insult people you don't know. Sometimes you will put your mouth or say something to the wrong person, and before you know it, you become a mute. You can no longer talk. You start having symptoms of something. Your stomach becomes like a drum, bigger, and bigger. It grows and grows and grows, and before you know it, oh gosh. So, let's see. Okay, so I mean, like Sister Nanalaba said something about liability. That is, liability itself can be a topic to discuss, because when people becomes a liability, there are some wives that become liability, there are some husbands that become a liability, there are some people that becomes a liability, and it's like it is the most difficult, despicable, pathetic thing for anyone to deal with, because when you become a liability for a family member, a partner, a son, a daughter, an aunt, an uncle, like I, a word that is coming to my head, I don't want to use it, because when something happens to you, people rejoice because now they no longer have to deal with you or have to endure your problems. when when you become a liability, you are unimportant, you become useless to people, because if they don't hear from you, they will celebrate, they are happy about it. I mean, some people will see that as, being mean, or like, how can you say that? But that's the fact. Do not become a liability for your partner, for your family member, for your friends. Do what you must to stand on your own. Of course, sometimes, yes, yes, yes. Thank you, sis. Yes. Oh, let me go here. I see. I have. Okay, so this Awapanana Araba says some mothers here in Cape Coast send the girl child to go get fish from fishermen. You won't believe it. And they end up getting pregnant. Oh my goodness gracious. I was hoping that would not come about, sister. I was hoping that would not come about. But the minute you mentioned, says some mothers will send their child, their girl child, to go get fish from the fishermen, I knew that was coming, which is despicable for a mother to send your girl child to go get fish from a fisherman, and that fisherman will sleep with your girl child first before they give them that fish. My gosh, why? The mothers were 15 when they gave birth, so they don't have the good sense to train the kids well. It is vicious circle. That is horrible. It's really concerning, really. And this is some things that we want to discuss more. We need to educate ourselves, our daughters. I understand some children have start having children because they don't have the necessary skills or the capacity to think beyond that, because when you have sex, it don't matter how much sex you have, how many people you have with, you only take one time, right? And for some mothers to put their children in such environment, it is really appalling. For some children, they don't see any other options, because if they don't go and bring that, they will go hungry, and their mother will mistreat them. Their mothers will probably punish them um, by not giving them food, which is when you have parents or a mother who deprive their child or children from food. That's physical neglect. Some of them don't know. You can get arrested for that. And it's really sad. You are disturbing us again. Yeah, some will say, yeah, some dumb. Thank you for your kind words and positive feedback. No problem, sis. I'm speaking the truth. Sasage Williams says, Sajodo, I cannot thank you enough for the promos and educative programs. I do appreciate everything you do. Have a blessed weekend and Memorial Day holiday. Yes, yes, yes. And you also have a blessed weekend and a Memorial Day holiday. Yes, I'm off Monday, so I have a long weekend, which means, oh, yeah. I can do extra extra exercise, you know. A curse without a cause shall not stand. Very true. Very, very true, sis. So tomorrow, bring yourself and we're going to educate ourselves. Um, but like I feel like a lot of people, some people on social media, the way that they insult people, if they have to meet that person face to face now, they're going to shut their mouth. Just as simple as that. All right, so let's move on to let's talk about preferences. What is your preference in a man or in a woman? So for our men, what is your preference? And for our woman, what is your preference? Because hmm, some people, they have a specific preference. So if you a man or you a woman and you don't have any of that, they're not interested in you, right? We're gonna keep it real. We do have some couples who sleeps in the same room, right? Of course, me, I have to get the one, the warmth. Um, Back in the days, you have couples, they sleep in the same room. You don't hear the one partner sleeping in the guest room, the other partner sleeping in the master bedroom. Even when they have some argument, disagreement, excuse me, or not talking, they still will sleep on the same bed. But nowadays, things are different, right? Things are different. Some of them will prefer um, sleeping away from their partner because they cannot deal with the situation at hand, right? They are so upset. So they will sleep in different rooms. So ask yourself, the difference between um, sleeping in the same room versus sleeping in a separate room when you have disagreement. Does it help? Is it beneficial for either one of you or for both of you? How does that make you feel if you are the husband or the wife that you prefer that your partner uh, spend sleep in the same room with you, but they're not budging, like they don't want to hear it, they want to sleep away from you? How does that make you feel? Are you two able to like have a dialogue about it and express how you feel? Be honest with yourself and your partner without your partner taking it something else, because a lot of times some of our partners, they will accuse you or have misunderstanding of what you're trying to communicate with them. So it becomes a big problems for some couples, right? So getting into relationship, and getting married without studying the person or getting to know the person you are married to It's also another certain condition. It's another problem that some people deal with it, because some people, when they get into relationship, they're racing, because my brother, all my siblings has gotten married, all my classmates has gotten married, all my neighbors has gotten married. I'm the only one who is not married now. So whoever comes, I'm just going to settle for less. So as to whether or not the person has some shortcomings, once we get married, I can correct the person. No, you cannot correct anyone. You can positively influence someone in a good way or in a bad way. However, you cannot change the person. If that person do not make a decision to change, you cannot do any of that. So don't think after we get married, then I'm going to work on it. When you see them red flags, you have to address it. If that person have you don't see it, the person making any effort to change their ways, then I will not advise you to go ahead. Yeah, having a ring on your finger means more to you than losing your dignity, well, your morals or integrity. Then that's on you. Then don't come and complain. hmm and then there's a brother who also came to me and talk in terms of, there are some men out there who wants to be a dad to their children. They want to spend more time with their children, especially when there's a breakup or a divorce. However, some of the men feel defeated in fighting for custody of their children because of the lies some of their baby mamas would told the court. When they have to go to the court, some of the baby mamas will lie. They tell lies. And then when you come to US, like, you have children, women, dogs have unconditional love, right? But then the men, the system is against the men. So if you're a woman, I mean, like, we do have some women who are being abused, left, right, back, front, east, west, south, west, south, north, who have to prove that they're being abused. And then we have a group of women who will lie about being abused, and they're not being abused. This make it harder for the ones who are going through physical abuse or any type of abuse, because by the time it gets to them, they have to prove it. They have been traumatized, and they will get re-traumatized because of we have certain people, certain women who will go and lie. I have a family member who went through the same thing. His wife, his then wife, cheated on him prior to her getting pregnant. And when she got pregnant, the husband did a DNA, and it so happened to be his child. So he decided to stay in the marriage and, stay with the wife, because she told him that she will no longer cheat on him. She's going to be faithful, and she apologized and everything. Fast forward, once she has the baby and, healed from whatever, she started again, cheating again with the same person that she previously cheated on the man for, her husband for. So her husband decided to get a divorce because she can no longer handle it. This lady had no self respect, or have no respect for her husband. And then once she realized that the husband was going to go through the divorce, now she don't want to lose him because he's a good husband. He takes good care of her, everything. He pays for everything 100%. She even, had to have surgery to straighten her legs. The husband took care of it. Now she's looking all good. So she thinks, her level was higher than the husband. Um, the husband is very well educated. So when he went through the divorce and they went to court, she lied about the husband abusing her. And she just went on, she including the family member being witches. I mean, it was like unbelievable. The lies some women were told, you will not believe it. The way that she portrayed the husband and the husband's family, you would think that the family was out to get her. Hi, Michelle. Long time no see. I'm telling you, very wicked indeed. So she put a lot of charges on him. The husband, the court put him, how you may call it? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Shall help me. The court, put something, what do you call it, order on him, that he could not see um the wife, like, in order for him to no, not alimony, like, when you get um um oh Lord, if someone abuse someone now, they get a court order of protection. Yes, 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 Michelle. Yes. Order of protection. So the husband could not see the daughter, the child, without a court person or someone being there, because she claims that the husband was abusive to her, even though she's the one who did the husband wrong. She cheated on him before she got married, and then after she had the baby. And then it makes me think, what about during her pregnancy? Was she also messing around? So you see, but she didn't think the husband would be able to like divorce her. So she um she told so many lies. And this brother was like someone who is loving, caring, and he loved the woman, and he did so much for her. The money that he spent on her to have surgery to straighten up her legs and everything, now she could walk straight and has good legs and everything, all went down the drain. So like, it was so bad to the point, the brother had a breakdown. And it got to a point, he sent some family members, some suicided ideation, like family members were like hectic, thinking that he was going to commit suicide. It was like really bad. And it makes you think, like, why would some baby mamas would do that? So some of the men says that they feel defeated to even fight for the custody of their children, because when they go to family court, they are being treated like criminals. Why is that? And keep in mind, we cannot forget that some of our hoods and prison are taking our men away from us. We do have a lot of men who are stepping up, taking care of their kids. We have some men who are a mom and a dad to their children. So why do we do that to ourselves? When it comes to the African community, we hurt our own selves. Be honest. Speak the truth. If you're a woman and you cannot be committed to one man, don't get married. Don't be committed to one man. Do your thing. But I don't know why. And then to top that off, this our brother, I'm sharing his story, and he gave me permission to share his story. That's why I'm saying it. He had life insurance, and he made one for the wife then. And during the court procedures, the wife, family, and friends advised her to withdraw her money to close out her insurance. This way, when she the court comes about and they have to share the property, the man will not get nothing from her. And that's exactly what she did. By the time the case was over, they have shared custody. Thank God. My The brother had to hire a new lawyer because the first lawyer that he had would just go and take anything, everything about the judge. They also changed the judge because the judge, who was a woman, I'm not sure if she has experienced that, because everything was against the man. Whenever they go, he doesn't even allow the guy and his lawyer to even speak. Whatever the woman says, that's what it goes, and then they will move the court date some other time. And he spent so much unnecessary money. At the end, his insurance, everything, all his savings, he needs to share 50-50 with the lady. And when they went to her insurance, there was nothing. Zippo. There was no money. She took everything out. She claimed she used it for her school, which was all lies. And the court took it as it is. But you know what? When God blesses you, no matter what anyone does, He will continue to bless you. Our brother, the brother I'm speaking to you guys about, he is so blessed. After everything, he's able to rebuild everything again. Now his ex-wife, what she trying to do? She trying to train her daughter for, like, certain behavior. But the brother, he is so intelligent and so patient and knows exactly what he needs to do. And he has not allowed his daughter to pick up certain negative behavior. No. Whatever you learning from your mom, you keep it there. Don't bring it here. And it's very hard. Now, like, because she didn't want the brother to divorce her. But when you have certain characteristic, poor characteristic, that alone will cause your partner to let you be, because that's too much to deal with. It can cause someone to have depression, bipolar, be stressed out, start having suicidal ideation and all that. There's no need for anyone to go through. Men do not have to endure that. Women do not have to endure that. But some of our men are suffering also when it comes to baby mamas lying on them. They tell lies after lies. I have another friend who also, she's a female. She said when she was getting a divorce, her lawyer tried to get her to lie, say things about her then husband to get more money. And she was like, I cannot do that. I'm a Christian. I cannot. I cannot say that. But keep in mind, if she is one of those baby mamas, they will choose money over integrity and morals and go ahead and do that. So we do have some lawyers who teaches their clients to lie. And the lie mostly goes against our men. So we hurting ourselves. Some of us, some women are putting their baby fathers behind bars, all because of dough, getting extra money. Why? How? It is just too much. Mhm. Restraining order. Oh, thank you, Sister Ya. Yes, restraining order. It's crazy. Hmm. Yeah, but the alimony came after that. So like she got half of the this brother saving everything. The court split everything, but on her side, she got nothing. And that's how that is. So we have to be honest. If your relationship or your child's father things does not work out, please don't lie on them, because it's not right. It's not fair. That's somebody's life you're stealing away from them. Some brothers are in prison because their baby mamas lie on them, and it's not fair. Hmm. Don't you worry, her time will come for sure. God see all, knows all, although of protection. Yes, I mean, like she regrets, her actions. She's been begging uh to get back with this brother, and he was like, I'm done from everything, because you cheated, you get caught, and then you say you stop, and then after you have the baby, you're going to do it again with the same person. I mean, come on. How many men will take that? The first time they see you cheat on them, they're going to just leave you, right? This brother, he has a restraining order put on him because of a lie, a simple lie, and the judge bought it. And the way that they said this woman can perform, she was crying, shaking. Hey, some people can act, oh, some women can act for sure. When I heard of it, I was like, oh my goodness. You don't say. Yes, she was. No worries. He will be free. So it's ridiculous. The tender that will fire her is gathering momentum. Some of us women make the devil sit down and take notes. For sure. Sister Alaba, it's terrible. I don't know why people do that. And I don't know how they sleep in the night. When you lie with a straight face. Well, we do have some women that are pathological liars, some men that are pathological liars, but everything we do, good or bad, we will reap whatever we sow. It may not come today, it may not come tomorrow, it may not come next month or next year, but in due time, you're going to reap it. She will not know any peace that. Sister, I kid you not. The brother, like, he called me one time. He was like, Sajodo, I am so happy. I did not even realize that I do have a soulmate, because when he spoke to me before, like, which was like 4 years ago, he was, I can never trust a woman. And I was like, you cannot give up love because of one person, one woman, because not all women are the same. And he was like, for me, I'm good. But now, like, he's so happy he finds somebody, and oh my gosh, that woman is an angel. And sometimes, your bad experience will kind of lead you to the right path, but it's incredible. I mean, like, he was broken by this lady, and to make matter worse, she isolate him from his family. He cut ties with his family, but when he was going through all this hardship, who was his number one supporters? His family. That's when he realized that he did wrong. It was wrong for him to allow a woman to isolate him, to cut him off from his family, and to control him anyhow. Because at times, we some people do it. When most women realize their man loves them more than they do, they take advantage of that. The same thing with most men. When they realize a woman loves them, they mistreat them and they control them anyhow. So when someone loves you for you, be appreciative, show gratitude, take care of you and the person, because it's not everyone who will love you the way that you want. Yes, yes, yes. Sananalava. Narcissistic tendency, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. That is one of them. That's a great example for that. And I felt bad, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, but thanks be to God, he's able to find someone, and he's doing really well, and he's happy, and the person that he's with, like she's really good to him. So I was very happy to hear that things work out well for him. But it's not everybody who are lucky like that. Some people, they will, once they are broken, they can never find their way back. I know of a sister which was in my college years, like early 2000, uh, no, late 90s to early 2000, and she was a beautiful woman, and she has, when you talk about hips, she got it. When you talk about buttocks, she got it. The only thing she didn't have much of was breasts. Her breast is like, it's nice enough, you know. But she went out with this guy for couple years, and the guy, started telling her that he likes big breasts. So she went and got breast implant. When she told me about it, I told her, I was like, listen, you have to love your natural beauty. Everything that you have to be receptive to it. You cannot allow a man to have you change yourself. She did not listen. She went ahead and had blessing plan. So she and the guy went out for over 4 years. And then the guy told her that he wants to get married. And she was like so super excited. She thought that the guy was planning to marry her. And then he dropped a bomb. He was like, well, I want to be married to someone who has everything natural. And she said, say what? And he was like, I want everything natural, including the breast. That sister, she had a breakdown. Up to today, she's still at the mental hospital. She was not able to live her happy, normal life. She cannot take care of herself without another adult being around to help her with her medication, to manage it, to stay sane. So she spent most of her life in mental institution. She has she does not have a boyfriend because it's too much for her. It's too overwhelmed what she went through. She's unable to have children because she doesn't have anyone to build a life with. She cannot live on her own. But the guy is married to somebody else and living his life. So, as a woman, if you are in a relationship and you don't love you, you don't care for you, you do not prioritize yourself, you do not care for yourself, you do not respect yourself, and then the person that you with is telling you to go and have breast implant, breast enlargement, do your buttocks, or no, What you see is what you get. You don't love this? I'm cool with that. For myself, when I look in the mirror, I love myself. I love everything about me. I'm very unique. Okay? So everything that I am, everything that I have, I'm good with that. I am not going to get breast implant to compete with somebody else, models, whomsoever, or to please a man. Are you kidding me? You don't know. This lady was unable to have a normal life because of the love that she had, not for herself, but for her boyfriend. It wasn't even husband, boyfriend, keke. So some people have breast enlargement for themselves because they want to look good. When you look in the magazines, you see some models how they look and stuff. I look good. I don't need to go and copy an image, because most of the models, sometimes it's just an illusion. I cannot starve myself to look this certain way. So we have to prioritize ourselves. Do not change your physical being for a man. We don't hear men enlarging their penis for a woman. We don't hear men having surgery for a woman. It's always women, some women doing that. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? It's too much. Enibre inti nipa ni ahoto. No crack. No crack, no crack, no crack, no crack. You better preach. Show me. I have missed you very much. It will come back. Yeah, everything we do, it will remind me of Gama in Bible. The Bible of Hosea. That's too bad. Does she have a narcissist tendency? Yes, she does. Very much so. So we just have to take care of us. When it comes to relationship, marriages, our decision making, things that makes us happy, we have to do better. We always have to put ourselves first. For me, I have to love myself to transfer that onto others. I have to care for myself to maintain good health. I have to be able to do things that makes me happy. Kay cannot change me because like everything that we experience, it took me to tell myself that okay, there are some things I need to stop because it's not attractive. When Kay would say one thing, I will not let it go. I would say two, three things. If you curse me out, I'll curse you but right back. But that did not benefit either one of us, because when you go into verbal abusive, back and forth, hurting each other verbally, at some point, if you do not put a stop to it or draw the line, it will escalate into emotional abuse. Then you go into the psychological slash mental, right? And then it gets out of hand. So I thank God that Kay and I were able to figure things out, and I have shared my husband. I gave him a hard time. And then when we got together, I like him, I care for him, but I wasn't in love with him. But as time goes on, I have fallen in love with him, with myself, of course, and then with him. We've been together for almost 19 years, and we keep growing. You know, this is something like we work together. We work together as a team. You know, um, but life is how we make it, and we can't force each other at no point. So the system is working against our men. We have to protect our men the same way we expecting our um, women, our women, our men to protect their women, right? However, like, I mean, if you're in an abusive relationship or marriages, of course, you need to make sure that your safety comes first. Do not condone someone hurting you. I will never, encourage that. When it comes to domestic violence, any form of abuse, I do not condone in that. Get the help that you need. There are a lot of resources out there, especially in abroad, and one does not need to uh, just endure pain. Love has nothing to do with pain. There was some things that other people brought up that I wasn't able to get at. So maybe sometime, being that I'm not working Monday, I will come and talk about it. One of our sister brought the some concerning issues and regarding allegation about the TikTok, couples, depriving their children from food, and then some false allegations. There's so many craziness going on, but I am going to like gather enough information, and then I'll come and talk about my assessment. And for me, I'm going to be neutral regarding that. I'm not going to take sides. I'm just going to be neutral about such things. So join us, join Sofo Samuel Koso and myself tomorrow, US time 3:30, Ghana time 7:30. So oh my goodness, I almost forgot during the promo. Our sister Ya Boatin Russell, she upload videos on YouTube. Go and subscribe her YouTube, her Facebook page. She talk about financial freedom. She talk about hygiene, maintaining good hygiene, making good snacks, and also having insurance. There are different type of insurance, for retirement and stuff like that. She has a lot of good insight, very um, educative videos that she upload, because a lot of times some of us, we don't prepare ourselves. By the time you retire, you got nothing, and you expecting other people to come and take care of you. As sister Nanalova said, you become a liability. Being a liability in your family, in your relationship, in everything. You are bothersome to people that are around you. That's the truth. There's no way to sugarcoat it. People who are liabilities, you become useless within humanity. So just don't become liability. Mm. Oh, good night, my dear sister. I see you tomorrow. All right. Take care. And thank you so much for your productive contribution. My dear. More grace to you as well, and amen to that. I thank you. Does she have? Oh, I read that one. Yes. hmm So I want to thank each and every one of you, those who share the program, those who like and love the program and use other emojis, those who invited friends, and all your productive contribution. As I said, for me, I like to, teach and also learn, because I don't know it all. So I also have to learn from you guys. And it's good when you come and, comments and be involved. It makes it easier for us to have a discussion. But I always say, don't worry, like come through. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a discussion. I love talking to people. It would be nice to have two, three, four people, and then we come and bring a topic and talk about it because I love doing stuff like that. We can share a lot of information. So do not hesitate if you have some topics and some concerning, some issues that you would like me and Sofo Samuel Koso to talk about. By all means, bring it forth. You can send me a message through Messenger. If you have my WhatsApp number, you can send me topics or some discussion that you'd be more interested in. So you guys take care of yourself, love yourself, live your life to the fullest. One love to each and every one of you. If you came through and I did not acknowledge you because you did not say hello, I apologize to you. It's not intentional. And and Tina Turner, queen of rock and roll, may she rest in peace. I mean, like it's difficult when you lose people like that, but she grew well. 83, that's a good age. But she will surely be missed. So I will let you guys know when I'm going to like come and talk about, all the other stuff, because sometimes, when people bring some topics, you're trying to implement in the open talk, but then some discussion takes longer than others. So I apologize that I wasn't able to go through with that one, but I'll find time and a day to come and talk about it. See y'all tomorrow by the grace, and take care of yourself. Bye, guys. Take care.